1,000 milligrams.
Damn, can't lie. The pill just hit, I can't drive. Goddamn, too high. And the syrup, and the drink. Got a mix and I'm trying to sleep late. Goddamn, too high. 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 If I get it sealed up, I don't even trip. But if I get it in a Gerber, I won't every drip. Pill by the boat, Molly by the brick, and we all want to try just to see if it hit. You want an 8 ounce of boat, an 8 ball of coke, or that 3.5 on that moon rock high. So high, I can't stay still. High, I forgot how the pain feel. How many pills have you popped in a day? How many pills have you popped in a day? Not another Mac Drake.
All right. Yeah. You already know who it is and who it be. It's Greg G, and this is the Greg G Chronicles. I got a mouthful of edibles. As you see, I just took them. Over 1,000 milligrams, 3 servings of 333 milligrams per chewy. Strawberry flavor. I don't know. Okay. It says, you can always eat more. You can't eat less. Warning, keep out of reach of children and animals. Boom. Legit. I'll show you the package later. I'll probably have it in a thumbnail or something. I don't know. But yeah. To that, you guys. Dumb soy. Classic double. Back at it. Him, it was just a single right there. Yes, I know. It's about a single. I measure it up all the time just like when I was using scales back in the day. Let me just eyeball it. A trick I learned from a former buddy. Quick, someone give me a pen, a popsicle stick, a dollar bill, a baggie, and weed or coke, whatever we need. But trust me, apparently a dollar bill weighs as much as a gram. So if you didn't have a scale, you can use the old dollar bill gram method. Science, math, awesome. If you know how to push the popsicle stick a little bit further towards the dollar side, it makes it go up more. So technically now you're saving a little bit. Thoughts for you guys, a penny for later. Anywhere you can help, anywhere I can help you guys out with any money making shit. Shout out to the finance bros. Yay! A Dom soy to everybody. What the just happened here? What the Amsal? All right, you guys, hold on. There's technical difficulties. This does happen. Now then, was it just because my shit was low? It could be. Oh well. Either way, you guys, thank you guys for showing up and showing out. I appreciate it. Added a new painting to the wall. It's a cute little Ed and Eddie one. I'm going to try to get a bigger one next time now that I know I've been fucking around with these sizes. I mean, truly, I just buy shit that I like. I got to get one that's a Boondocks one. I thought about putting back my Boondocks. The black Boondocks, not the Boondock Saints, the Irish fucks. Not the white blacks, the black blacks. Meet the blacks. Ah. Hi, laddie, we the Irish fucking blacks we are. Fancy yourself. Yeah, damn, I've been having a lot of fun. Sorry, you guys, I know I've been gone for a while. Hell, shit, normally I like to do my live streams as well. Yeah, I'm out for the live stream. I'd rather get more personal, more intimate, keep it with you guys, keep it stuff like that. Now, that being said, though, I'm hearing everything in the background, and it is driving me muy crazy. But, you know what? It is what it is. A whole lot of my spacing and rearranging has been messed up, so sorry if the echo's a different echo, different pitch. I've just been having a lot of family over. Normally the way I like my podcast room, if you guys, I mean, not to break the third wall, but I like behind the camera a mess. I like disheveled and displaced boxes and things, and it's not because I'm a messy person. It is strategically put there to do sound breaking, sound distortion, and things like that. But I'll go to a place, I'll go to a spot, I'll find some shit. I almost wanted to start a landscaping company over the weekend. I was like, yo, I went to a big ol'. Before I get into it, hold on. Sorry, you guys. Thank you if you're still in here. I went to like some goods place and I saw that they had like a black stone grill. It was small, but it had the boiler thing on it, like a fire, you know, the tick, 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 the regular gas stove, I guess you would say. I don't know if there's a particular name, a burner, I guess, a burner. $95. I was like, shit, that's a pretty good deal right there. And I was gonna get it. I didn't want to just buy it. I was like, let me see what else I can get. The next best thing was $149. But honestly, man, I'm a motherfucking brands guy. If I liked that brand for the $149 that was there, I would have got that thing. But I like my brands. I'm about brand. You know what I mean? Big brand deal maker, me make you very, very rich, bigger brands. But yeah, I almost started up a whole landscaping company because I know how to landscape hella good. And not just because I'm Mexican, not just because of this and that. Nah, that. Hustle, hustle and drunk while hustling. Oh my God, my heart is palpitating like a motherfucker right now, dude. My heart's like, it's like it hasn't been started in a minute. And now that I hit those edibles, dude, 1,000 milligrams, dude. I just warned my wife right now. I warned my wife, dude. Like, yo, I'm gonna take 1,000 milligrams right now. So what's gonna happen? Are you gonna die? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking have a heart attack and fucking die. No, I'm not. I'm gonna chill, do what I do. I've been practicing. I've been eating up a bunch of 600 milligram edibles every day. You know what? I've been working. You just don't stop doing heroin and then just do all the heroin. Baby, my love, go to bed. So, what we have in turn for today is history. I got 4th of July shit. Life, 4th of July. I'm going to end it with Alligator Alcatraz. Honestly, yo, I would stick around for Alligator Alcatraz because I got great takes on it.
He's lying. Don't listen to him. I get too high and I don't say anything.
That are not, oh, he should do it. Oh, he shouldn't do it. No. I mean, obviously, yes, we should do it because that shit fucking, why not? I don't know. Obama did it. Fuck it. Who cares? Right? That's all I hear. Anyways, but my take is dope. It's a movie. I make movies, dog. It's what I do. Here's an idea. You think he's on cocaine, but he's not. Whoa! That's the podcast, baby. It's all it is, bro. I make it seem like I do shit that I used to do from like 10, 20 years ago. I don't do none of this shit now, bro. I'm a goddamn, what's that fool? I'm a motherfucking Gerard Butler. I'm a law-abiding citizen, son. I'm up in that cage just doing my thing. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting there, bitch. But those 1,000 millis, whew, shit. Man, that's gonna get me later. But anyways, let's start talking history, yo. Thank you guys again. If you guys are still freaking here with me, dude, I so wholeheartedly appreciate it. You guys don't even know. I miss you guys too, by the way, if you guys didn't know. That's where I'd be like, okay, I would have dropped the Boondocks. That's why I need to bring the Boondock shit back. Boondocks is coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you fret. Don't you be getting on your guitar and whittling all through, all fretting and shit, you know what I mean? Don't you fret. Now then, anyways, so obviously I'm still going to get political and stuff. This is just what I do. I've always had an affinity for politics ever since I was a child. I even thought about slowly making my way through the Merced, California consulate or the bureau host. I'll use my uncles and cousins to propel myself and pedestal myself because I'm a charming, charismatic individual, huh? Just like you guys, because you guys listen to this shit. And if you're a fucking anti-Semite, no, what the fuck? They get out there and do shit. What's the ones that's the incel? If you're an incel ass, get the fuck out your room. Come on, buddy. You ain't gonna get life if you don't experience life. You know what I mean? But speaking of experiencing life and the horrible shit of it, let's get into some Roman history and theology, I guess. That's not really theology. It'll touch, I guess. But anyways, man, we had some motherfucking... All right, sorry, I had to go remove my child from this. Maybe if I was one of these kings, I would have had, all right, you know what, my child is bothering me. Send them to the dunes. chop, chop. Because there was another dude, there was a king who was like, yo, this is a Chinese emperor. He's like, yo, my fucking sons, they're coming after me. Like, you kill yourself right now, son. You fucking brought shame to us. You. Go.
I was too freaking hard to think of anything. God damn it. Okay.
Wild shit, these emperors. But that was the last one. But I've been on Roman emperors just because it's always cool. It's always fun. It's interesting. And I've been trying to get away. All my feed is politics right now, and I'm tired of it. I'll listen to it for sure. But it's like, yo, you know, it's just I need to get away from that right now. I mean, obviously I'm going to touch back to it and then come back like everything. But, you know, everyone gets theirs. So I've actually, yeah. Anyways, though, I'll touch into it later. So Nuro. So Emperor Nuro, dude, I don't know what son he was. I think he was actually the one that was born after Marcus Aurelius. It's either him or Caligula. I get those fools mixed up. But Nuro, and I don't know what Nuro was. What was his body type? Was he a big dude? Was he like me? Kind of big, but not the biggest, not the smallest. Average motherfucker, you know what I mean? Whatever. Or was he like a little weak, scrawny, sickly little bitch? My name is Mark Goldman. Man, you know, was he a real Mark Goldman? I don't know. And I'm not talking just Jewish. I'm just talking about just a weak person. That's just the only a frail person. You know what I mean? No hating on the Jays, but we'll get back to the Jordans in a minute. Start referring to Jewish people, Jordans, all them sick ass Jays, motherfucker. We need to get rid of that motherfucker. No. Throw away your old pair of Jordans, Jays, but not people. Bad. Take it easy. All lives matter. What? All lives matter? If you guys are just listening, I'm just like, that's an interesting perspective. I didn't know that. Rubbing my chin, just like, let's get the fuck out of here. Anyways, this fool Nero was crazy. This was the fool who had a boy as his wife. So this fool was distraught because he lost his wife, dude, and he thought this bitch was the baddest bitch in the world and would kill motherfuckers just for looking at her and shit like that. Like, damn, bitch, you the finest queen I've ever seen. You know, on some, hey, yo, Ron Burgundy, your lady's got an ass like a Loch Ness monster. It's mysterious and highly sought after. Shout out. That's the funniest shit Drake's ever said in his life. Shout out. Will Ferrell did it. Made it happen. But, you know, shit like that. So it's like, all right, kill him. Get his ass out. Speaking of which, hold on. Drake, you dumb bitch. Really? UK rappers ain't got shit on American rappers? You can get the fuck out of here with that. You gotta go to Alcatraz Island. You gotta go to Alligator Alcatraz for that one right there. But let me digress. That's stupid. Anyways, so Nuro was getting all amped up and hyped up because he finally found his bitch again. Because prior to that, like before anyone gets amped up and hyped, they were just dull. Actually, some might say depressed. He was really depressed because he lost his little pussy bitch, and she was fine as fuck apparently. But then, you know, he even made motherfuckers not be able to enjoy themselves and shit. Like, listen, bitch, I swear to God, that could have been a different king. I'm conflating the two. But he's like, listen, bitch, I swear to God, if any of you guys have dinners with your family, oh my fucking God, I'm gonna have people kill you. Oh my God, I'm gonna make your kids snitch on you and shit. Oh fuck, you don't even know. I'm gonna get your ass. But anyways, but then one day, dude, you know, he's all sad. I like to picture him. He's just all melancholy, sad, hair wilting, kicking a can. Oh, shucks, guys. I don't know, Royal Troop. It just seems like I'll never find my... Who's that? Who's that person there? Why, sir, that's young Tiblocamus. Tiblocamus what? Tiblocamus. He's probably scrolling through his fucking roller. Abatides. Tabacamus abatides, you say. He looks like my bitch. My bitch I lost in the... and the fires that I set. God. You know, shit that he did, he probably lost his bitch too. Anyway, so that being said, though, he gazes royal eye upon this boy, a mere boy, being like 13, 14, you know, and oh man, from there is just blinded by the light, revved up like a deuce within a boulder in the night. And if I got those lyrics right, I don't know, but I thought he was wrapped up like a douche. Wrapped up like a douche. Anyways, so back then apparently it wasn't uncommon to, like, if you resemble someone, that must mean like your spirit goes into them. Now this fool was 14. I don't know when the wife died. For all I know, the wife could have died 10 years ago. This motherfucker's 14. The timeline doesn't make sense. But when you're the king, when you're a god king, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I wish I had the power right now to just... Maybe I'll do that. Add sexy fucking Al Green music. Baby. Young man, baby. Come over to my pad. I'm the king. Club over the head and take him. You know, when you're the king, dude, the king can go by the most animalistic, probably the most caveman-like, Neanderthal-like things, because for the closest to God, there is no rules really, unless, and you can make them like another pharaoh did. I think that could have been the, I don't know, there was another pharaoh in there somewhere that was like, yo, no one can do shit. Bitch, are you pissing? Not on my watch, bitch. It's 10:49, not 11 o'clock. You can't do it. But anyways, so when you're Nuro was like the second, third guy in charge. So it's like, well, you know, first is the fucking man. He was the fucking man. I think it was Marcus Aurelius, or maybe it was Augustus. I don't know. But anyways, there's a lot of them bitch ass niggas. What if every fucking pharaoh, or not every pharaoh, but every Roman king could just really literally beat the shit out of me in a fist fight? God damn. Maybe. I wonder how far down it goes until like one of us regular dudes can just be like, all right, fucking fool, I'll fucking fight the king. Let's go. I'll beat the shit out of his ass real quick. No hesitation. No, like really mentally, really all feel it. You know what I mean? Because it's got to go to where it's like, nah, I wouldn't fuck with that fool at all right now. No. You know what I mean? Kind of like even with how Mike Tyson was, like, even now he's like 60. I'd fucking fight Mike Tyson if I had to fucking fight Mike Tyson. But do I want to fight Mike Tyson? No, I don't want to fucking fight Mike Tyson. No. God, no. Mike Tyson will beat the shit out of me. One punch, I'm fucking done. That's it. You know, I forgot who I was talking about. You know, old bitch Gloss. If your son or your kid inherited all the dope shit, but he just had that one glass jaw. I was like, God damn it, you mean bitch ass glass jaw Gutierrez? I was like, oh, but he got the glass jaw. Surprise, Cindy. Oh, wham. Like, down. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I counted. That just sounded like Bill Clinton. She's done. I came. But yeah, anyways, so Nero was out there scouring the earth for some bussy, and he found the one he was looking for. Nay, the one that God destined and defined him for. So, long story short, this fool gets him, snatches him, fucking cuts his little ball sack off, and just starts pounding it. Sorry, you guys had to pause it. My family was coming up. Ooh, those motherfuckers. About to park a fucking Coors Light into a koozie later on tonight, if you know what I'm saying, fellas. If I'm gonna put that old Coors Light can in the koozie, if you know what I mean. Maybe make that koozie a jacuzzi. Whoo! I'm back, baby. Alrighty. Y'all thought that little brief intermission was gonna stop your boy? Get out of here. Damn it. Alright, so anyways, Nuro liked the A little 14-year-old boy who he chopped his dick off and balls. Ain't that shit wild? I'm sorry, I just gotta say it briefly. I've been going in and out. I don't know what the hell's even worth keeping on this show, but I love it. But I love it. Shout out. If you know, you know. Anyways, so yeah, dude, and the horrible thing though is that Nero just kept him as the bride, and the narrator was like, "Wouldn't that suck to really know that you're just a boy getting passed around, getting fucked hard by your king husband? Really get in the business. You heard of Mr. Homer being Mr. Homer? You heard of Homer Simpson being Mr. Plow? Well." History shows the true identity of a real Mr. Plow. It's like, God damn, dude, what the fuck? He's like, as he thrust it, I was like, God damn, what the? As he busted, what? As the young boy wife crusted, I was like, damn, did he just give him an ancient super soak that hoe? You know, an old soldier boy super soak that hoe? For any viewers, a super soak that hoe is when you come on a chick's back and then the sheet sticks to their back. So when you jizz on someone and then they lay down and they sleep, but then they wake up and the sheet sticks to their back and they're like fucking Superman. So you super soak that hoe. Little tidbit, I guess. I mean, I'm sure, man, if you don't know, then Jesus Christ, I think my audience is like between 18 to 44, so everyone should fucking know this shit, I would hope. But hey, you never know. So this fool's just super soaking the shit out of his pussy, bitch, dude. So now though, Nero dies, and that's when Nero just gets Nero's wife, who is a boy, and not like a willing participant, dude. Not at all. This isn't a dude who's like, I don't know, imbalanced and was like, I need to cut my dick and balls off and get fucked and rammed by the king, you know? No. It was a boy who just got plucked up like a fucking feather and just was like, get over here, bitch. Wow, get over here. And then so once the king died, dude, all the other kings just took that bitch and just started fucking, really butt fucking them, dude. They were all just passing them around, using them as their dick rag, you know, like, oh my god, oh my dick's dirty, let me just wipe it off in here, you know what I mean? So if a motherfucker got stories to tell of royal penises being clean, it's definitely this guy. I didn't write down the name. That's how disrespectful oh my god. That's how disrespected this motherfucker. I was like, god damn, I didn't even write down the poor motherfucker's name. This fool is just known as Nuro, colon, crazy, comma, had a boy as his wife. All right, new thought. Boy wife was used as fuck doll. That's literally my notes. I was like, oh yeah. Gotta remind the people of this. So, the poor bastard ends up going and killing himself. You know, he just can't take it. He's just like, yo, dude, I can't be getting satisfied by all this royal penises, dude. I gotta off it. I'm only as divine as I could be with all this fucking shit. So. I don't even know the motherfucker's name. He just gets butt fucked by all the kings. Oh my god, dude, I'm literally thinking about how horrible and horrific that would be. Oh my god, dude. Who are the podcasters of that time? Like, yo, dude, word on the block is that fucking Nero's fucking lady boy wife is getting fucking smashed out, you know? And again, I'm using terms that they would use, not today's terms. I'm being very accurate in my depiction. So yeah, you know, they're like, yo, homie had a dude with tits. Nah, homie had a dude with tits. Gonna pass around, you know, a real Selma Hayek in the movie industry. I'm sorry, Selma. I don't know why I said your name. Oh my god. That being said, though, I was dying. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, that's horrible. But hey, he died. He's cool. He killed himself. I'm at 31 minutes. I barely even got it. So apparently, though, hold on, though, gout. Gout was not the thing to have. You know, it was a king's disease, they say. And apparently, you didn't want that shit. You didn't want gout just because. Hold on, I'll do another one. You know what? Because I forgot his name. Dom soy to nah, you know what? Nah, this is just an excuse of Dom soy. I was just making shit up. Really, I was like, let's think of a Dom soy. Think I give a fuck about Nero's fucking ex-boy wife? Hell no. I'm still waiting on these edibles to kick in. 1,000 milligrams. I only feel like motherfucker, I feel like I took 2. Although I feel pretty lit, actually. I feel like I should feel like I fucking smoked a fucking fat churro, motherfucking joint. Anyways, shout out to the Scante warrior, dude. Shout out to the Scante king. Shout out to the Scante king, dude. That fool's a savage. Anyways, he's from Fresno. Shout out 559. Brother, sister, cousin, fucking city to the 209, you know. Shout out. Or area code, I guess it would be, not a whole fucking city, but Fresno, shout out. Anyways, though, that being said, gout, you didn't want that shit because it made you look like a weak, fat, old, really useless motherfucker. They're like, dude, man, remember back in the day when you were able to do this? Well, you got too fat, bro. You ate too much pig meat. You ate too much beef. Really, really putting us in debt, bro. You know, you used to eat 1/6 of the food. Now you eat 2/3 of it. It's like the fractions don't add up. I mean, we can make it, but Jesus Christ, come on. I mean, how are thine eating holier than thou? Type shit. But no, really, yeah, dude. They were like, yeah, no. Once motherfuckers, dude, it was just like gossip, dude. Once people heard, oh, this fool, word on the old slave trade, on the old food line. What, I don't know if they'd call it grapevine. You know what I mean? But then again, I'm using back then terms. You know, word on the old Silk Road because that was probably actually literally there still. China. That was. But yeah, so it's like this fool has gout. Really, that motherfucker has gout, huh? I knew that fat fucking spoiled bitch was gonna get gout sooner or later. Ooh, Mister, I won Czechoslovakia. You know, I don't know what the fuck. Mister, I got France. Voulez-vous? You fucking baguettes. Or your soft bread. But, so, that being said, though, you didn't want gout. Anyways, now then, let's get to the Spanish king real quick because, all right, so look, there's a Spanish king, and boy, goddamn it, did he really give people the freaking Cathuawis, dude, and not just any certain type of people, dude. This Spanish king, like it was during a time of peace, technically too, from what I was hearing in my notes. It was like, yo, let me read you the actual notes. He was already right off the bat on the notes. First thing, Spanish king. I almost read it as Stephen King, just because it would have just been funny in my brain. It would. I saw Spanish, I knew it was Spanish, but Stephen King, Stephen King, Stephen King, Spanish king. Forgot his name. Probably Benicio del Toro. I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know. You know, he was a huge anti-Semite. Just to start off the. He couldn't, you know, that's actually it. Holy shit. The rest of the notes are about the people. Oh my God. So, all right. So, I guess back then in some other fucking time, this fucking Spanish king was going around in like España, I guess, or in weird motherfucking Baltic places and shit. And he was just raiding shit and being like, yo, you're under my rule now, and you're Catholic, bitch, and that's that, and that's final, motherfucker. And
And if I find that you're a Jewish person and you faked to become Catholic, I'm gonna fucking kill you anyways, bitch. So it's like, yo, dude, some Jewish fools had to be the hardest Catholic motherfuckers you've ever seen. And so basically, though, which is wild. Again, sneaky. I'm gonna be Catholic just to motherfucking surprise Cindy. But motherfucker was like, yo, are you praying on Friday, bitch? Oh, motherfucker. We pray on Sunday. You must be a motherfucking Jew. I was like, God damn, this fool is just going ham. He was just balling on these motherfuckers. He was just balling on these motherfuckers. Dude, he was sending crazy ass rules. And then he was like, yo, kids, I need you guys to tell me who's who. Parents. I was like, damn, dude, this playbook's been there for a minute, son. And I just thought it was just funny because I think that fool was apparently half Jewish too. I was like, God damn, isn't something happening right here? Is history repeating itself? I think. I don't know. Or, you know what? Could it have been the king? Yeah, no, that was a Spanish king. There was another motherfucker who crept his way up and got into another emperor's ear and did the same shit about some other people. I was like, God damn, motherfuckers be just doing that shit. That's just crazy, yo. It is very unhinged, some might say. But yeah, anyways, the Spanish king was going crazy. He was like, bitch, are you washing your hands before you're cooking our food? Are you putting salt on shit? Are you keeping it kosher right now? Bitch, are you praying before a meal, motherfucker? I'm hearing you praying. I was like, God damn, dude, he would make the wildest shit. He was, dude, fucking the way the shit I shit I listened to explained was it was like some people would get so tired, and that makes so much sense. Honestly, what this fool said, people would get so exhausted, so tired of just keeping up the charade, and you know, sometimes you're just hella tired. You know, maybe just lack of sleep, and you say, what do you say? What do you say? What do you say? And dawn we now, you know, or it was the best of times, it was the worst time, or yo. You know, I don't know. Sometimes you just say what the fucking, you're just going to do what you're going to react to. If you go religious, it'd be like, bless you, or gesundheit. I don't know, you know. But some fools would be like, yeah, good looking out, goyim. Oh, fuck, I just called you a goyim, my bad. It's like, whoa, and they'd be like, oh, covering their mouth and pointing at you. They'd be like, what the fuck? No. I just like talking Yiddish. It's dope. You know, I like calling motherfuckers, hey, yo, you look like you're the king of the little Schmeckel committee. You know, you're the king. You're the Don Schmeckel, the little Schmeckel king. Like, dude, I like using that, huh? Well, I can pay an hour. I can give you this schmeckel. This fucking rare earth mineral right here. This schmeckel. I got this schmeckel. That'd be crazy, dude. Naming a rare earth mineral out there as schmeckel. Let me hit you with this schmeckel. Let me hit you with this little motherfucking schmeckel. Alrighty, anyway. Oh, baby, I'm going to hit you with a schmeckel. Oh, my God. But, yeah, anyways, that fool was wild. He was out there. Oh, man. Dude, I put links. I have a thing like links to history right now on my notes. And it says, kings cannot appear as weak, obviously, from the gout and shit like that. But absolute power, unchecked, can be bad, obviously, for Nuro getting his boy wife and chopping his nuts off and taking it. And I didn't know if the dick got cut off too. I don't know how they did it, but they did a fucking, honestly, they did a medieval fucking transgender unassigned trans or unwanted unassigned transgender change on the motherfucker. And and back then it's the request of the king of the Lord Emperor closest to God, you must done die on thy will. It's like, god damn, that's wild, you know what I'm saying? So I put, yeah, unhinged powers, because that fool had the power to do that. So there's other motherfuckers who might have the power to do that could be, because the last one was, well, I put, obviously, it's pretty much history repeats itself, shit like that. And then the main thing that video was preaching, like, yo, just because we get more civilized, we got houses, podcasts, TVs, things like that, doesn't mean that ancient, disgusting, prehistoric rituals like that don't go down like how they did. Nah, they still go. It's still here, you know what I mean? And, yeah. So it's like, all right, you Epstein fucks, shit like that, pretty much, is what it is. And honestly, what one of the videos was talking about, well, that's my bedtime right there. That's the bedtime skis. But fuck a bedtime. But the thing was saying, it was like, yo, dude, you'd have young, like, aristocrats and shit. Let me grab the mic for the Kennedys and the Kennedys. But they would have aristocrat motherfuckers, and they'd be like, yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, did I just fuck up everything this whole time? Oh, well, edit that shit out. Edit out whatever the fuck I was saying up until it got done being funny, because I forgot. But, oh yeah, the end of the note. That's right, I added shit. Really, the ending of the note was, the Jews really got it and still get it bad. I was like, goddamn, these niggas just can't get a break. But apparently, even now, they got their own deep state and their own agenda going. And goddamn it, we dropped them B-52s like motherfucking Star Wars. You know what? Hold on. I get it. Everyone has their own deep state. We got ours. The Israeli people got theirs and shit like that, right? And then there's a whole lot of shit. I don't want to get deep into it. But anyways, though, let me just say this. Again, there were no Star Wars references at all to the bomb that we dropped in some country in the Middle East. I think Iran, Iraq. No, not Iraq. I don't know. It was one of those. I don't know. I forgot. It was so long ago, right? 2 weeks ago, goddamn it. That shit was a month ago in goddamn news time, you know? So that's why I was like, I'm letting all this shit go. But maybe I mentioned in another podcast. Who knows? I was just horrified that there was no, like, I could do that, bitch. We did it. We do that back in the fields, you know? There's a good Family Guy drop. Either way, though. Maybe I said it, maybe I haven't, but they really missed out on that, on a lot of that shit. Now then. Oh. These notes. The rest of the notes get whatever. Really, I think the whole crux of the whole podcast might be me drinking and doing the edibles, honestly, really. Isn't that really it? I don't know. You know. Sometimes deeply when I understand that, it's like, dude, am I going to be Bert Kreischer later on? But I don't want to do all that. But it is fun. Drink and smoke and drink. Please. Too easy. You know. But I don't drink every day, which is good. But if I want to drink every day, I will drink every day, though. Because don't get me wrong. I will if I want. But if I don't, I don't. Cheers, Dom Soy Slap. Oh, fuck. I said Dom Soy. I should have just not even said Dom Soy and just took a sip. But you know what, though? Dom Soy. can't disrespect the culture. That's just wrong. You know, you start disrespecting culture, you start losing your principles. I mean, other than the other cultures I disrespect, like even my own, but fuck it. Because you know why? Hold on. All right, you know what, dude? I got 4th of July shit. Let's just make it quick. 4th of July was dope. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out America, but fuck the place I live in. Fuck this place. This place is gay as fuck. Where I live, these motherfuckers can't even have fun. At least gay ass motherfuckers get to have fun. Motherfucker, I can't even fucking light off a firework. I can't even have a snakes and sparklers. That's $1,000 fine. Where I live is insane. It's un-American. It's crazy. We got all the sprinklers. We got all this water. Actually, these motherfuckers don't even have water faucets outside the fucking houses. What if I'm dying? Oh man, dude, this place is stupid. But stupid when you compare it to growing up, at least. Even when it sucked, at least there was still. I mean, even when it didn't suck, because it didn't suck, because you didn't know it didn't suck. It was just life, and you're a kid having fun. But at least there was water hoses and spigots outside. So if you were thirsty, dude, and you really needed a drink of water, you can go to a house and just open up that spigot and drink and drink and drink, and there's water, and you're fine. You know, boom, you're not dead. But who knows, dude? Oh my God. You know what? Now that we're deep in the podcast, Greg G likes to have his own conspiracies. What if new homes aren't supposed to have water faucets because they can have people die of dehydration because of the foods and the drinks that they gave us and shit like that? Oh my God. They were, instead of war, because people don't want war, now, again, they're trying to de-healthify us and shit. And honestly, really, that's a big reason. Honestly, too, dehydration. So a lot of places probably aren't outside with spigots and shit, because I don't know where no spigot is at in my spot. I look left, I look right. I've been looking left and right in this goddamn room like there ain't no spigot nowhere. Nowhere. So honestly, you guys go take a look out wherever you live. Is there a spigot of water out there? Anything, a hose to turn on, a connector? Because you know what, dude? Sometimes, honestly, that could be the difference between life and death. I had a heat stroke like a bitch ass pussy, and I felt bad. The only thing that woke me up was me hitting my head on the concrete, and then I went blind. But I'm too much of a comedian, and I was like, I'm blind, like in fucking goddamn Cheech and Chong. I forgot the movie, maybe Up in Smoke, and I was blind, and they brought me to the back at least and put some water on my head. So. Yeah, shit. I forgot the point of that. But yeah, goddamn. Losing shit, go blind. Can't see. Anyways, so let's scrap that then. I forgot what the hell the point of the main story was. Oh man, dude, that's bad. Drank too much then, smoked too much. Smoke too much. I didn't even smoke shit. I didn't even smoke shit. I didn't even hit no blunt. No. All right. Hold on. I'll take a picture. I'll make sure you guys see. So, yeah. Dude, all right. Like I said, maybe I'll go an hour. Maybe I'll go an hour more. But I'm on the mission. So, a lot of people have been talking Alligator Alcatraz. And honestly, I think that's the dopest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy, yo. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck sharks. I mean... Yeah, no, fuck sharks with lasers on them, on some Dr. Evil shit. My nigga's at Alligator Alcatraz. And the thing is that, look, realistically, there's more anacondas than alligators now because of how evasive the anaconda population is. It's insane. The anaconda population really in Florida is really insane. Now, that's what people really need to be looking into. People need to be really looking into the goddamn anacondas. They need to be like Ice Cube, and I think J Lo, some bitch was in there, not a bitch, but like a lady who was an actress, but I don't know that bitch. When I meet her though, when the podcast blows up, just know, ma'am, I will know your name, and I'll apologize. No, I'll just be like, yo, my bad. Well, no, I'll apologize. I'll be like, yo, my bad. Sorry. I was just hearing something. It was just like it's easier to talk shit on a person you don't know until you meet them, and then you're like, and I've heard that plenty of times and experienced that plenty of times, so it's pretty interesting. But, anyways, Alligator Alcatraz, I thought that shit was incredible though. Alligator Alcatraz is really a historic event. Honestly, I'm Mexican. I get it, dude. Yo, that shit sucks. That shit's fucked up. But honestly, nigga, they just look at Alcatraz. You know what? I don't even want to like it is what it is. But I just think the whole idea of it is hilarious. The whole idea of like I don't know how to like. Not the politics, I get it. Illegal immigrants are gonna be illegal immigrants, and you gotta chain them up, lock them up, do what every other president has ever done with the Chinese, with the Indians, with the blacks, and the Hanais, and the Channels, and the windows, and the with that whole fucking insidious shit we've been doing already, So it is what it is. So this is just the flavor of the month, technically, for America. And, we could be like China. China does flavors of the motherfucking millennia, dude. So it's like, yo, we're still young. We're figuring it out. And, dude, China had that shit for the millennia. Let alone Rome. You already know. Rome's going through. Come on now. History predicts and predates. So that's why this whole shit. But Alligator Alcatraz, though, is interesting just because it's hilarious. So, I guess horrible. I guess to me it saves my. It's just what the fuck. It's Alligator Alcatraz. So, anyways, Alligator Alcatraz, right? So this is my movie. It's Lake Placid meets WWE. WWE steel cage fences. It's we got 5 illegals and three alligators, and boy, you best believe these are the 20-foot gators right here. These are 20-foot gators, and we gonna see what 3 20-foot gators do when we got 5 illegal immigrants in the cage at this illegal cage gator match going down on September 27th, 2026. It's like, God damn, these motherfuckers is going to get a goddamn gator Mexican match. I was like, God damn. You know what? Dude, that's just wild. Because I was thinking, too, all right, look, you got gators, right? And I was like, I saw them cages. I was like, yeah, they keep humans in. But I feel like a gator's going to get up underneath and get someone in a gator roll and get them in the spin, dude. They're going to get them in the what is it, 120 revolutions per minute, the 500 revolution. Going to get them in that gator roll. Shoot, I remember football practice. You had a gator roll. You had to hit them in the little weak spot and roll with it. You got to do the gator roll. Oh, shit. Dude, the gator roll is so legendary that football teams, people have to move people and, stuff like that. We have to implement it because it's like, yo, motherfuckers is too big. I got to give them with a gator roll. I got to wrap it. But yeah, dude, I was like, all right, damn. And then fucking Trump, dude, all right, hold on. T-Dog, this fool have me dying. He was like, you can move like this. You can move like that. But you ain't gonna move like this. Basically, and in my mind, I didn't see him do it. I thought this fool really did a shimmy. My fool didn't even do a shimmy. I was like, this motherfucker savage. I was like, this guy. In my mind, I thought he did a ha. He didn't. He couldn't. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. You're a stiff body guy. You're more of a charge. He's more of a plow. But that shit had me dying. I was like, this guy. But okay, so in my mind though, I think honestly, all right, I think one gator might get through. If a gator gets through, it's like God damn it. But who knows though? I feel like maybe I'm just an idiot. Not an idiot. I'm just a guy who has thoughts, and other people have the same thoughts. So it's like, what if gators get under? So maybe they dug enough to where they know, oh, alligators can only dig half a foot. They got little feet. So I don't know. I don't know what's the deepest record a gator's ever done dug. How much digs could an alligator do if an alligator did dig dug? But it is what it is, right? So I was thinking, damn, dude, fucking Pancho, fucking little Juancito, that fool's gonna get taken by a gator by night. I just hope it's an adult versus a kid. Because I was like, God damn, dude, if a gator really gets under that shit, ooh, man, that's a bad death. But even a snake, can you imagine this little fucking slithery snake gets up in there? He's like, oh. You just see the fucking snake from Jungle Books creeping in. Oh, you're a little Mexican. You dream and fly and think you can. And he's just slithering his little fucking anaconda coils on this motherfucker. And really, the gruesome death of it is really, it's a kid really blood squirting out his nose. It's an anaconda literally squeezing him to fucking death, dude. And that's horrible, dude. Oh my God. Could you imagine every breath you take just exhaling? It's just squeezing tighter because that just gives it room to tighten. And its muscles are so in tune to feel smallness. And then you're just done. Ain't that crazy? Dude, damn nature, you scary. Damn nature, you scary. Shout out Family Guy. Shout out whatever the news guy is. Damn nature, you scary. This is wild. But I don't know, dude. Honestly, damn, that's a good question. Would you rather? Okay, so if let's say you were a fucking person in Alligator Alcatraz, right? Would you rather get eaten by an alligator or eaten by a snake? Once again, would you rather get eaten by an alligator or eaten by a snake? Hit y'all with the double shorts. I had to hit it with the double short takes. I had to figure how I could squeeze one in, you guys. I had to shoot my shit real quick. Let me hit a quick. You guys are gonna, for the long form content, if you guys are still here with me, you guys are gonna get the shit. But I had to hit my because Alligator Alcatraz is wild, yo. I think that shit's honestly, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just as long as there's no alligators that can dig. It's like velociraptors opening doors. If the gators can't dig, it's all good. And really, what are the chances? I feel like it's more of like a fear tactic at least. So that's like just what it is, and that makes people not want to go. So yeah, it's just funny as fuck though. Lake Placid meets the border. A real, oh my God, dude, picture this. Lake Placid. It's the lady who feeds the bread. And okay, anybody who's like not born in the 90s or like early 2000s, I don't know, that's wild that now I can, I guess, say that. But I mean, like, there are some people who don't know, like if you're born in '02 or '03, who don't know Lake Placid. And Lake Placid was a movie about alligators and how an alligator was in a lake. Lake Placid. Lake Placid. And so the alligator was just chomping on motherfuckers, and it was a gigantic alligator. It was like 4 feet wide, 35 feet long. It was insanely wide. It was the jaws of alligators, right? So, and I think that could have been the first of its time. That was really good too. Actually, it was a really good movie, better than what a lot of bullshit is now, even still today. But it was a classic. So I just wonder if they're gonna do an Alcatraz Lake Placid, and it's gonna be the lady rubbing her feet. You know, they open it up because in the movie they end with the lady. If you've never seen Lake Placid 1, 2, 3, 4, and even maybe 5, I don't know how many Lake Placids they truly have, but in like the first or the second Lake Placid, maybe in the first, but they show an old lady feeding little breadcrumbs to alligators like they're little duckies, you know, and alligators actually know and memorize things, so maybe the alligators could have took to her like a mother. So maybe now it could have left off like that, and then started with new alligators just fucking around in the lake, and the lake is in Alligator Island, Alligator Alcatraz. You know what I mean? Now she brought it to the bayou. She's like, "Oh, you think it was the pond that I was in when I was feeding the ducks? Really, I'm in now. Alligator Alcatraz." That shit would be wild as hell, dude. Lake Placid meets the United States Coastal Guard. She's like, "Suicide Squad, ma'am, we need your incredible alligator taming abilities to come and keep these illegal immigrants out on this." God damn, that shit would be fucking insane. Like, yo. And then one thing I literally wrote down earlier, it was like, yo, what if the alligators, there was like the alligator sheriff, you know, all right, I'll report to Alligator Scar, Sheriff, Sheriff, Sheriff Cutthroat, because he survived a cut on his throat and they watched him heal and he won and killed everybody, but he healed, you know. But anyways, though, that shit would just be fucking wild, dude. Alligator Alcatraz. Sheriff Alligator on duty. Fund me by the state. Grr, I'm an alligator. What am I, alligator? What am I doing? I'm an alligator ass motherfucker. You that real alligator. Nah, Sheriff Alligator don't fuck around. He got his toothpick, his purple fucking handkerchief, his hat. He's getting down to business. He's putting it down. Don't even get him started. You know, I wonder what's gonna happen. Dude, can you imagine you start fucking, all right, not only is there a movie, but now there's a sport. That's fucked up. No. That's horrible. I shouldn't even do that. That's dumb as hell. Nah. Fuck, that's horrible. That's a horrible thought. Because those are human beings. But now, because I've been listening to a lot of medieval shit, it's just cross blending. But could you imagine? Death race. Nah, you know, before that shit, fuck that. No, I just thought of death race earlier. I was like, make sure you mention this is a real death race. Could you imagine if because they're like, all right, so, we want to make sure that some immigrants come through expediently and through proper channels. That's what they say, government. But I was like, fuck, are we going to death race this shit where Mexicans, no matter what your crime is, all right, we figure if you can fucking make it, then you deserve your chance. So you're just running through fucking a mile of snake, alligator infested shit. You know what I mean, dude? Could you imagine if that was a movie? Now that would be a thrill chase, dude, because it's 7 minutes, right? Okay, so let's say whatever the fastest mile is. Let's say the fastest mile on record is what, 3 minutes, right? We'll say, but let's say for the average human, we'll say 9 minutes. 9 minutes of a horror film of fucking 50 people. We'll go, nah, that's too much. 20 people. We'll go 20 people because we need people to get killed quick and instant. You know, really, honestly. And that's it's just a movie. It's a movie. So now then, though, right? So in the movie, right? So now they're running. So in the movie, right? People are running. Not only just people, they're illegal immigrants and they're trying to fucking, of all kinds. And we're figuring, all right, if you can do this, you'll be monitored, but still be on a fucking expedient route. You don't gotta wait 5 years. I don't know. Let's make it just ridiculous. All right, you gotta do this, but hold on though. If you want to really wait, you can just wait 10 years. 10 years. Some people are like, fuck that, I ain't trying to wait 10 years. Let's just fucking risk it to get the biscuit. Could you imagine? There's some people that are going to be like, all right, you know what, I'm going to risk it. All right, let's go. All right, Alligator Alcatraz, set, go. They just start going, dude. There's like 50 motherfuckers every fucking month or every 3 months. I don't know what the fuck they would do. But then it's just like, yo, dude, you got to go and get in the snake-infested alligators, right? And then that's where the plot has got to be like, all right, we got to pick the best of the best to go, really, technically. And, or we got to let the worst of the worst go, but he changes his life type shit. Or even better, fuck, I lost the train of thought of how I wanted to make it even third better. It's better. Oh, yeah. The statistic is it's better technically at the end of the day. Instead of taking the race, you just get scanned normally and get your background check thoroughly, deeply done. And you either get rejected or approved. And the survivability rate is better than the acceptance rate is better than the survivability rate of the actual race. You know, it'll have to be something super deep and something like something that my sister would be like, that's very Republican. No, about this. I said, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, do it the right way. It's safer and better. And bad people just get stayed out. I don't know. It's just some shit. L'chaim. I'll take a sip. It ain't a dom soy. But yeah. Yeah, damn. I wonder how that would go live. That sounds crazy, yo. But alrighty, guys. Alligator Alcatraz. That's just wild, yo. That's just hella dope. Autumn, you're on the Greg G Chronicles live. Be careful with what you say and addresses and things.
Do you want anything from Jack in the Box?
What the fuck? Is it my money that's paying for it?
It's my money that's paying
What? Nigga, yeah, what's my limit?
It doesn't matter. I have enough. What do you want?
Let me get the fucking chicken tater munchie melt box, please.
Okay.
And thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thanks, babe, for picking her up. I forgot she went and got you.
What do you want to drink?
Water, please. Ice cold water.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye.
Hell yeah. Bye. Hey, nigga, let's go. Fuck yeah, dude. I like, yeah. I don't ever get money. I think hell yeah, dude. I was like, wait, who's using my money? Is my wife using the money? Cause I was gonna say either way, okay. Just like, huh. For once I heard it wasn't my money. I'd be a fool to say no. I'd be a fool to say no. No, fuck no. Nigga, give me a motherfucking meal. I provide you with the home, the dome, the iron dome, nay, the golden dome. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. No, but that's what's up. Shout out. Shout out. Give him a Roman salute. The old fucking Roman salute. Well, I had a drink in my hand, but just know. Giving my family the old Roman salute. Oh my God. Hi, family. Oh my God. Yo, that's just wild, though. I've had a good time with you guys. It's been real. It's been fun. I got to schmooze with the big dogs at work. I love schmoozing. It's fun. Yeah, it's been fun. I got my fucking CEO of sales, my fucking CEO, I don't know, junior vice sales or VP sales. I don't know. Yeah, I want to say he's like the fucking VP of sales and shit like that. Probably the president of sales on the part of our side and shit like that. I don't know. This is crazy how our company works, but I was like, I got to schmooze, got to chill. Homie's a motherfucking goddamn subscriber. That's cool as hell. His wife or his mistress, lady of the night. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. I'm just bullshitting at all. I'm just bullshitting. I don't even know. But yeah, it was cool. Him and her both followed me, so I was like, that's what's up. Good shit, good looking out. Y'all some crazy motherfuckers. Y'all are cool as hell though. Honestly, on the real, it is fun. Yeah, this has been cool as hell. I've enjoyed talking about history. History's wild, dude. Some emperor was, again, like I said, killing some Chinese emperor. He was just killing everybody, dude. It was crazy to see that. They weren't doing incest as much as like the other royal families were and shit like that. Like on the Roman side or on the like your Eastern Eurasian side, whatever it was. But it was interesting because when you get into like ancient like Roman history and shit, it's like, yo, this nigga needs to fuck his sister to keep his royal blood clean, or they need to have sex with the nephew to have the baby with the third cousin to be the middle child, and everyone's like, yo, we need to break this, and everyone's screaming shit like, yes, I can change. But really they can't, because they just keep it held down by the lineage and line. It's wild, yo. Until you get a slack jaw. Crazy, dude. They was like, yo, dude, this baby's so inbred and retarded, the whole world felt sad for him. They're like, goddamn, dude, you're retarded and look ugly as shit. But I think he was ugly and retarded and shit. But I think his brain worked, but he was just ugly and retarded as shit. He really should have did the King Leopold the Third or the Crusader guy method or whatever, and the Leper King, and just covered his face up. But, dying shall not deny the royal family. But, yeah. Anyways, Alligator Alcatraz, though. Leaving it off. It was cool. I think that's just hilarious. Alligator Alcatraz is honestly fucking funny as fuck. Imagine. Everyone's getting in a pissy fit about it. What about fucking regular Alcatraz? People are like, yes, please. Stick these horrible motherfuckers on the island and surround them by sharks, And it's been said, I think, on the Joe Rogan podcast or whatever, but like, hey, Nick Diaz swam that shit. Nick and Nate. So fuck it. Or I think Nick mainly, but fuck it. Fuck that shit though. I think there was more sharks back then. I don't know. More sharks. Alligator Alcatraz, though. Could you imagine you call it Alligator Alcatraz, but then the people are like, oh, that's funny. They call it Alligator Alcatraz. But really, it's a hell bit of snake holes. Picture you go out. Oh, you think you're going to hear an alligator? At least you get a chance. Maybe. But oh, when a snake gets you, there's just as it wraps its coils around you, breath by breath, that'd be crazy. Hopefully that sounded as good as I wanted it to sound, but that'd be crazy. You're like, oh fuck. Could you imagine? I don't know, man. Either way sucks. Being crunched by an alligator, gobbled up by a snake. Crikey, mate. Fuck that shit. But anyways, there's got to be a movie made. I'm going to head out. Love you guys. It's been a minute. Hopefully this podcast didn't suck. Oh well. Let me pour a bit more. Holy shit, I've gone way past normally what I should have went. Fuck. Alright. Soy!
You a damn lie. Oh, that's how I feel when your brain right. Hey, everybody so high they can't take me home. And when the bottle go, then I'm leaving. But I still woke up with my nose bleeding. Damn, can't lie. The pill just hit, I can't drive. Goddamn, too high. And the syrup, and the drink. Got a mix and I'm trying to sleep late. Goddamn, too high. Goddamn, too high.